in place to keep us in chains. By show of hands, who else is sick and tired of the same? 1% trying to keep us small, trying to keep us from getting out. Minimizing the struggles they've caused, saying we're not working hard enough.
We really should stop this fighting.
Otherwise, we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome, everybody, to Suck It. I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome. Derek, how are you tonight on this Thursday, January 21st of the year that has been 2021? How are you guys? You guys doing well? I've been okay. Not the best, I mean, considering circumstances. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, I'm trying my hardest to survive day to day and not kill myself. Kidding. I'm completely kidding. No, seriously. But no, things have been okay. Just, taking it day by day, moving on, moving forward, starting anew. Onwards and upwards, as Ted Mosby would say. However, tonight, I don't have a guest. And that was by design. Because I do these every now and again, which is fine. However, tonight is not going to be a typical me having a conversation with you, not a typical, hey, this is what's going on in my life type situation, but kind of, but not really. So, you saw the title of the video or the podcast, and there's some changes and some stuff going on, and we're going to get into that. And I'm going to get into why I need to make some changes. For the last few months, pretty much nonstop, I've been talking to musicians, which I absolutely love. Okay? Talking to musicians, talking to comics, talking to actors and actresses, I absolutely enjoy that. However, lately it's been a lot of musicians and bands and then a couple comedians thrown in here and there. And again, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. Like, more than you know. However, that was not the original focus and purpose of this show. It was not where I had ever intended the show to go. I'm glad it did, and I'm happy the way it's going. Don't get me wrong. This is not a, this isn't what I wanted situation. This is a I lost focus, and we're going to recenter focus. However, still do what we're doing. If that makes any sense. All right, so this is kind of where I'm going with this. So when this show, Suck It podcast, not the previous show, not the show that it was born out of, first started, on Saturdays, I used to do a music show with another co-host I had, Nicole Carson, that was strictly dedicated to music. Saturday show, music. Then when Kat left, and then Nicole joined the show for full time, I started incorporating music into our daily routine, or once a week, or 3 times a week, or 4, whatever it was. And then when Nicole left the show, I just kind of kept that trend going. It was like, I'm just going to talk to anybody and everybody, bands included and everything else in between. I really kind of wanted to focus on a little bit of everything. And then over time, it eventually went into just talking about music, and it kind of went a little bit narrower than I ever wanted. And I always talked about how I wanted this show to never be a niche. I wanted it to be broad horizons. I wanted it to have many different things that people would come to and know that they would get a little bit of everything. It's not just mental health. It's not just music. It's not just entertainment and comedy, blah, 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 blah. And because I never wanted it that way. I didn't want to fit into a niche. Well, lately I kind of have been fitting into a niche, and I've been kind of sticking with the whole music content, with the occasional comedy and entertainment content, and then, I would try to throw, mental health stuff in there if it came up, because I didn't want to, again, focus on it, which I still don't, but you see what I'm saying. But over the last few months, I really haven't focused on it as much as I should have. And that's my bad. However, that all changes starting next week. Because next week, this channel is going to diversify and change things up. And I'm about to drive myself insane with what I have planned and what I'm about to announce right now. So first and foremost, I'm not seeking bands exclusively. I never was. However, that's what it looked like. So going forward, there will be more of a mix of guests. And next week is going to kind of show that, but not really. Because it's all a bunch of different types of guests that all kind of focus on the same thing, and that is mental health. So next week, in keeping with what we did last night with Faust Ruggiero, I have more authors, I have more therapists, and a couple fitness people, and a couple mental health survivors coming on next week. So it's all going to be mental health driven next week, with no real entertainers thrown in there. I'm going to kind of make up for lost time with what I'm doing over the next couple weeks. And then once I kind of refocus the show and kind of get some insight from, people that are way smarter than I am, I'm going to take what I've talked about over the next few weeks with some of these medical professionals, some of these mental health survivors and authors and so on and so forth, and then kind of twist it into what I want as far as the show goes, and start bringing back in the band, start bringing back in the comedians and stuff like that, and kind of refocus the energy, and then equally distribute it among many different varieties of guests. I've been very one-track minded. It's like music. And I'm like, no, stop. And that's kind of where that is going. So starting next week, it'll be a very diversified show. In the sense that guests are going to kind of change up and things are going to be a little bit different. But that's what I want. Okay. However, there will still be a ton of bands coming up. There's some big bands coming up. There's going to be some big actors and actresses and comedians and stuff like that. All that's still coming. However, we're going to go ahead and refocus and redrive, that long road that is mental health. Again, the original focus of the show was that. When it went to the brand Suck It, it was a place where we could come and bitch about our daily lives and really allow for people to know that we're not alone, and other people like us to know that they're not alone and stuff like that. And then it got all out of hand, but in a good way. But at the same time, I want to do everything I've been doing and more. And I want to really, 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 really refocus back into mental health again, along with everything I've been doing. Okay? So again, starting next week, with Monday, all mental health next week, but there's going to be a variety of authors and doctors and fitness gurus and, mental health survivors and stuff like that. And then with the following week, it's going to kind of flow into the new plan as far as what's going Then also, with that being said, there's going to be additional 3 new things that this channel will be doing. 2 involve YouTube, 1 does not. So, let's talk about the stuff that's going on with YouTube. So, over the last year, this show has grown to, on average, 50,000 podcast listeners a day. Ish. So the average episode gets about 50,000 over a course of 30 days. And over a course of 30 days, about 800 to 900,000 downloads. That's the podcast, which I'm really, really proud of. However, if you're watching this live on YouTube, you can probably see that right over here. That viewer number says 4. And that's been the problem of this channel. The YouTube isn't growing. The show itself is outside of YouTube. So I've made a decision to broaden the scope of this channel to where it's not just podcasts, me interviewing people and stuff like that. It's going to be a little bit more, and I'm going to have some more exclusive YouTube content, shorter videos, 10 to 15 minute long videos, different things, comedy, stuff like that. I'm going to kind of branch out and make it more of a all-inclusive network of stuff instead of just podcasts and talk show guests and interviews. I'm going to branch off and kind of do something a little bit different. So there's 2 things that I'm going to start adding to additional to the YouTube channel. Only this will not be made to the podcast, but it will be on the YouTube channel starting Monday at 9 a.m. every Monday through Friday. 9 a.m. There will be a newscast of sorts. Now you're like, that's not very cool. That's not very well. Derek's gonna make it fun. Imagine Weekend Update on crack. No, so it's pretty much what it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a comedy news show, with some major headlines and some really obscure headlines. Just the stuff that's making rounds on the internet that day. It's not going to be a long 20, 30 minute long. No, it's going to be like maybe 10 minutes to 15 minutes tops of just me really refocusing my comedic energy on something, again, I haven't been doing. I've been, again, talking a lot of music. I've been making jokes here and there, but I haven't been really focusing my comedic energy. So now that's what I will do starting Monday, 9 a.m., a refocus of my comedic energy onto this comedic news show. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be funny. It's going to be insightful. There's not going to be a attack the Republicans or attack the Democrats or attack this type of people or this type of... No, it's going to be I'm attacking everybody. Nobody is safe. Especially not gingers. Yeah. Especially not gingers. I don't know if she's watching, but if she is, fuck the gingers. But anyway, no, seriously. So, starting Monday, 9 a.m. East, the news of the day. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. I got a couple days to figure that out. But, new news show. It's going to be different. Like I said, I compared it to SNL's Weekend Update because that's the best thing I can come up with, but it's going to be completely different. It's not a ripoff of that. It's inspired by that, but it's not an exact replica. And no, I'm not doing that. That's stupid. I wouldn't. I'm trying to keep it original and do original content here. So I'm taking that idea, stepping it up, and making it different as well. So that starts Monday, 9 a.m. And that will be going on again Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., 10 to 15 minutes. And it's just gonna be hilarious as hell. Again, refocusing my comedic energy into something that I want to laugh about. And that is the day-to-day life of news. Second show. Wednesdays, I'm not sure the time, and it most likely will be recorded. It won't be a live show. But on Wednesdays, I'm going to start putting out a nerdy news show where I talk about the week according to nerds. I've gotten away from talking about my fandoms and my love of comic books and comic book movies. I've gotten away from that, so I want to refocus that. So Wednesdays going forward will be the nerdy news. Okay. Again, I don't know what it's going to be called, but next Wednesday, maybe noonish, maybe 2ish. I don't know. It'll be recorded and then uploaded at that point. Because I'm gonna do some effects and videos and everything else in between. So I'm not gonna do that one live, but it'll be recorded and uploaded on Wednesday. Which brings me to something really cool. So I got in the mail today this lovely Marvel crate from Loot Crate. And yes, this is an ad read. So I've recently signed up with Loot Crate as a new sponsor on this show. And I got my first Loot Crate today. So we're going to do a quick little unboxing here and tell you about the cool stuff that I get. So if anyone knows anything about Loot Crate, it is a subscription service. They send you a box every month or every 3 months, whatever you sign up for. And you have a choice of what you do. You want a Marvel box, which is a little bit of everything, which is what this is. You want a Deadpool exclusive box? You want a Harry Potter box? I mean, there's lots of different boxes you could choose from, all at Loot Crate. I chose the Marvel box, and this is what I got for this month's box. A nice little accessory tray. What's an accessory tray, you ask? Just this little tray. It's a little porcelain tray, I guess, for pens or, pins or whatever. It's really cool. Then, on top of that, I don't know if this is going to show up on screen. It's not, because it's all green. It's not going to show up on screen, but it's a cool Gamora shirt from Guardians of the Galaxy. Then on top of that, you can kind of see this on screen, but for those of you driving, you're not missing anything. This is a gigantic, Incredible Hulk cookie mug. What's a cookie mug, you ask? It is a gigantic mug with the hole for the mouth cut out, and you could put cookies inside the mug. This thing is probably about 20 ounces of a coffee cup. It's freaking huge. Look at the size of my damn head. Really fucking cool. Then on top of that, I got this really cool Loki sticker, Loki decal. It's gonna go on my car. And then a Swamp Man. A Man Thing pin. And that's pretty much it. So the shirt, the cup, the crate, or excuse me, the tray, all that stuff is included. And it changes from month to month. It's really freaking cool. It changes from month to month. Sometimes you'll get a Funko Pop in there. Sometimes you'll get a shirt. Sometimes you might get a hoodie. It's going to vary from month to month. It's really, really cool. All your fandoms come together in a box every month, and you don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be a surprise every month. It's really freaking awesome. So use the link in the description, and then use the code SuckItPodcast for 15% off your box. Loot Crate. Loot Crate. All right. But anyway, moving on. So, obviously, comic books are a big thing for me. So, there's a lot going on this year with Marvel, especially. We've got 5 TV shows and 4 movies coming out this year. So, there's going to be plenty to talk about. I mean, there's going to be basically a new show and a new episode of a new show every Friday, almost the entire year. So I'm going to talk about theories, what happened the week before. I'm going to give everybody a couple days to talk about it, and then spoiler alert, it's happening. So, right now we got WandaVision. So I got 2 episodes to talk about, 3 episodes to talk about, because there'll be a new episode tomorrow, next Wednesday. Talk about what I think is going on. Talk about how I feel, things, and kind of compare it to what's going on in the show versus what happened in the comic books, which, by the way, it's almost identical. But we'll talk about that Wednesday. But so there's a lot, again, to encompass this show. I might have a guest on. We might have a debate back on and forth. I might even get a permanent co-host for this Wednesday show. I don't know yet. But either way, comic book, nerd content. We're not going to just talk about Marvel. We'll talk about DC as well. And we'll talk about maybe The Walking Dead, because that's coming back soon. It's all going to be encompassing of nerd news exclusively. Theories, coming ups, hyping, all that good stuff. Nerd news starting next Wednesday, sometime in the afternoon. Now, so we've talked about the reformulation of guests. Formalization? We've talked about the new news show that's going to be on in the mornings, 9 a.m. We've talked about the comic book, the nerd show that's coming on every Wednesday. But I said there was 3 things that are coming in the next week. Well, the third one is something I haven't done a lot of, but it exists, and I'm going to go back to using it, and that is Twitch. Starting Tuesday, and every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I will be live on Twitch gaming. Suck It Gaming is already available. It's now just called Suck It Podcast on Twitch. So I'm going to rename that channel to Suck It Gaming, and that launches officially Tuesday. Come check it out. 10 p.m. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. No. Hold on a second. I had that in my head, and now it's wrong, and now it's gone. It's Tuesday mornings. What am I talking about? Tuesday mornings from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday, same, 10 to 2. And then Saturday, 10 to 2. And that change, the times might expand, they might get smaller. I'm not 100% sure. It all depends on how I'm going to do it. Because also, starting next week, I'm not going to be 100% live all the time at 8 o'clock. I'm recording a lot of my shows during the day next week. So I can start really kind of being available at nighttime for the things that are going on in my life. And being a little bit more present in that. So, starting next week, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be here a lot. You're going to see my face a lot. Some of y'all might not like that, but I like that. Do you like that? I know I do. I'm a pretty motherfucker. Look at this face. Look at this face. I'm pretty as hell. So I hope you come and watch. Again, it's going to be different. Again, so starting Monday, new guests. Still, we're going to talk music. We're still going to talk movies and and comedy. However, I'm going to have a more diversified portfolio of guests. And there's still a bunch of big names I've got coming. Just waiting on some dates. I've talked to a couple today. Just waiting to hear back for a confirmation of dates. But things are going to be huge. So stick around for that. Again, starting Monday, 9 a.m. the comedic daily news show bullshit. I don't even know what it's going to be called, but it's going to be fun. That's Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. East. Wednesday, nerdy news show. All encompassing of everything nerd. Marvel, DC, Walking Dead, the whole 9 yards. Lots of stuff to talk about, and we will talk about it every Wednesday. Again, that will not be a live show. That will be a recorded episode. So just look out for it to be uploaded sometime on Wednesday. Then Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I am streaming live on Twitch. I'm probably going to start this week with doing Warzone. Let's do some Warzone. But we'll see. We'll see what I feel. But either way, that starts Tuesday, 10 a.m. However, it might change. Just know it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Just watch my Instagram, my Twitch, and my Facebook page for the times. I'll be notifying everybody when I'm going live on Twitch. Then lastly, this is not going to change. Still, every Friday, noon, the Cat and Derek Show, suck at coffee time, suck at coffee break, suck at happy hour, whatever you want to call it. Either way, the Cat and Derek Show, every Friday at noon. That is not going to change. That is going to stay the same. So it's just going to be all over the place. Like, all over the place. Are you ready? Because, again, I need to diversify. I need to bring more excitement into what I'm doing, what we're doing here. You know, I love what I've built. I've loved the things that I've done over the last year. And I love that the audience I've built on this show, on this channel, it is just nowhere near where I want it to go yet. The podcast is getting where I want it to go. And I'm very, very happy with that. But this channel, this Suck It Podcast channel, what's wrong with my green screen here? Let me fix my green screen. There we go. This Suck It Podcast channel on YouTube is not anywhere near where I want it to be. It's not growing. It's kind of slowing. It's kind of just, a couple subscribers here and there every week, few, I think it's 1,000 plays a month on average. It's nothing. It's nowhere near where I want it to be. And that's a lot of different factors. Number one, there's nothing visually funny, exciting about this show. Visually. It's just two people talking back and forth, and when it's me, you just see me talking with my hands. And the exact same show that you're watching right now, potentially, you can listen to the next day on your drive to work. So there's no incentive to come to YouTube. And I don't think I realized that fully when I started this channel, which is fine. Because now there's going to be incentive to come here. Because there's going to be things that aren't not available on the podcast. And there's going to be exclusive YouTube content. And it's going to be fucking amazing. You can see here I already kind of started making some changes with my background and my green screen and the new tags on the bottom here. For those of you who don't know now, it's a nice blue studio style background. If you're listening, you can't see it. So I'm just kind of explaining it to you. It's pretty cool. It's kind of neon-y. But again, come to the YouTube channel. If you're listening to this on your drive to work tomorrow, thank you. I appreciate you. You stuck around for 30 minutes of me just hyping up stuff. I appreciate that. Go to YouTube, Suck It Podcast. Link is also in the description of the podcast. So go there, subscribe, listen, have fun. Because I'm going to be an all-encompassing channel. I'm going to give you your news. I'm going to give you some nerd content. We're going to give you some movie content. We're going to give you some comedy. We're going to give you some mental health. We're going to give you it all. I'm going to be your one-stop shop for everything insanity. Y'all are going to get sick of me, and that's what I want. I want you to email me and say, I'm sick and tired of seeing your face. like my wife did. Kind of. I don't know what she did. I don't know why she left me. I do. Because I'm a sad human being. And nobody loves me. You laugh. But I laugh because it's true. Or is it? Nah, it's not. Yeah, it is. Nah, it's not. Okay, yeah, it is. No, it's not. But no, seriously, in all reality, thank you very much for the last year. Thank you very much for the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years of stuff that's going to be going on. It's only going to get bigger, and that starts next week. But again, at the same time, it's going to be insanely fun over the next couple weeks because it's going to get interesting. I'm going to learn a few things here and there. I'm going to learn what y'all want and what you don't want and what everything in between. And we're going to kind of give you the best of the best of the best of the best because that's what I try to do here. And again, I'm going to be more diversified and give you more variety in the content that I produce to give you more than one reason to come back every day. And sometimes there's going to be 3 shows in a day, 3, but all different. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be. I was going to sing a song, but I lost it, and I just kind of went with Does that count? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Or like, oh, wait. Like that show, like the movie, Clueless. Rolling with the homies. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Now I'm just kind of rambling. But no, seriously, come back next week for an all-new variety of changes. All for the good. Nothing taken away, only stuff added to. So maybe they're not changes, it's just in addition to what's going on. We're going to be more diverse as far as guest quality. Tomorrow, to wrap up the week, not only are Kat and I going to be live tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to change it up. We're going to be at 11 because she's got a Teachable Soul podcast, so she's got to do it at 12:30. So she has to do it at 11. So we're going to do it at 11 o'clock tomorrow, 11 o'clock East, 8 a.m. West, right here, Kat and Derek show. And then tomorrow night, a little bit of another change, 8:30, I will be live with the band 5 Iron Frenzy. That's right, 5 Iron Frenzy. Here tomorrow, 8:30 East, 5:30 West. And then Monday, I have an author of a book about mental health and how she overcame it. She's a mental health survivor. She is not a therapist. She is none of the above. She is just somebody who overcame a lot in her life and wrote a book about it and stuff like that. We're going to talk to her on Monday. But tomorrow, Kat and Derek at 11, 5 Iron Frenzy at 8:30. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a busy day. And then Monday, the insanity starts. So I hope you come back and watch that. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you start getting back to what we have originally set out to do and make this channel, make this show the best damn show in the country. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you and I love you more than you guys will ever know. I'm excited, like stoked for what I have planned for next week. It's going to overwhelm me, but that's fine. That's what I want. I want to be challenged. So, come back tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Kat and Derek, 8:30 that night. 5 Iron Frenzy. And then 9 a.m. Monday morning, a whole new week of changes and in additions to. So that's it. Thank you very much, guys, for being here tonight and just listening to the different things that I've got going on with this show. The growth is a coming. But until tomorrow, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Kat and Derek, stay happy, stay healthy, and as always, fucking stay heavy. Stay as heavy as you fucking can. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.